Welcome to Norfolk Perspectives. I'm Bob Batcher, and I have a very intimidating crowd on this sofa. And they're all new, kind of, sort of. Steve, what do you think? Steve Duke, Norfolk Sheriff's Department. You're not new. You've been here before.
Yes, I have. Many times.
But improved.
I try.
Okay. And then we've got another not newbie, Joe Austin, camp coordinator.
Yes, sir.
And, you've been kicking around this town and being kicked around this town for a long time.
Literally, yes, sir. Yeah.
So you're not new.
No.
So it's got to be Chris Frazier.
It is. Ta-da.
Now, in spite of what you know for a fact, you are the new football coach for the camp and at Maury High School.
I am, and happy to be doing that.
Now, you have one season behind you?
I do.
And that season went?
We came in second a lot.
Okay.
No, we did. Actually, it was a rebuilding year for us, and we're still very young. So, and I tell people all the time, we have some great kids at Maury, and I'm excited about the direction the program's going in. But we're building now, and try to build on where Coach Cotton was several years ago, and pick up where he left off, and return the program to the Sazio days of prominence.
Ooh. Now, have they told you, since you are the new on the sofa, how long will you be there before you're not to come here?
I don't know. It could go on for years.
I know, because Steve, you went to
Granby.
Joe, you
Lake Taylor High School.
Did they share this with you?
Yeah, I feel a little uncomfortable sitting between them, by the way.
Yeah. Well, and in pre-tape, I kind of want to roll because you got your start up in Northern Virginia,
right.
And even we have some rivalry going there.
Absolutely.
Where I went to Woodson High School, you coached at
Lake Braddock.
And prior to Woodson High School, I went to Hammond High School, and immediately you plugged into Remember the Titans.
We played, and Remember the Titans, and we played Hammond and GW and TC Williams.
Okay, so I don't think we're not really just talking sports, are we? And we're talking history and tradition?
I don't know. Sports.
Sports? Is that what the camp
Actually, we're a lot more than just sports.
There we go.
That's the premise. But we're also teaching, hopefully teaching, maybe some leadership skills, supervisory skills, and how to play by the rules. Because, rules go beyond just sports. We got them. Look what I do for a living, law enforcement. Mm-hmm. Well, what's a law? It's nothing but a rule. So hopefully we're teaching them self-control, maybe some bravery. A lot of good character lessons can come out of these 4 days that we have these camps. So.
Now, Joe, I was kind of teasing you in your introduction, but because you grew up in a very proud family of
yes, sir.
Of sports tradition.
Yes.
And rules.
Extreme rules. My father ran the Recreations Bureau back in the 60s, and I went with him every day to Broad Park. So I saw it, didn't realize I would be doing it 40-some years later, but that model is instilled in me as we speak, and my children and my grandchildren.
Yeah, Chris, what about that guy? What about the kid like me who wore glasses? Mom says you probably shouldn't play football, but you kind of want to get out there and do it. It is character building, isn't it? And not just because they're getting headbutted.
Oh, there's so many lessons you learn from playing any sport. Overcoming adversity, teaching yourself, or the coaches teaching you how to overcome a lot of different things, and be able to discipline yourself, to have a strict time schedule like we were just saying. But it is, from my perspective, it is the average kid that we build our programs on. Superstars are so few and far between. The average kid is who makes us really good, because they're the ones that come in the weight room and spend all the time, and they're the ones that
they got something to prove to themselves, huh?
Exactly, and they know they have to work harder to put themselves on the field, and that's refreshing for us, because and again, that's how we build a program, is those kids that work hard like that.
Steve, I know that you wear the same uniform as the sheriff. That's why you're here.
Yes, sir.
The sheriff got into this for what reason?
To give back to the community. One of the things that he really cares about is children, and he loves to give back to the community. This is the city. Not only does he serve, but he also grew up here, and he wants to make sure our kids get the best that they can get. And if it means just a 4-day camp in the summertime, at least he's trying to give back, gives them something to do. Maybe they'll have some fun, learn some skills. and something that they can take back. And plus, if we could teach them good things, maybe they won't end up in our jail later on.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know, so if you can experience a good thing, then it shows you the other side. Joe, what's the average day going to be like in the sports camp?
Well, Monday and Tuesday, June 25th and 26th, will be basketball at Lake Taylor from 9 to 3.
Now, do you know anything about basketball?
Very little.
And you're making that real clear.
Well, that's not going to be our responsibility. We'll be there to support, but no, I mean, everybody knows there's great basketball in the city of Norfolk. I mean, just go over to the Scope during the regional tournament, and if you see Maury and Norcom or Lake Taylor, whoever's playing there, the place is packed and it's well followed. So that's a tough thing to follow, but we try.
Hey, but you know what? Basketball courts are air conditioned.
Yes,
And it's June.
yes, they are.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a place for somebody to go to get more information, or more importantly, register?
We go to sheriffbobmccabefoundation.org. You can call us at 441-1066. The football portion that he'll do will be on Wednesday and Thursday from 9 to 3 at Powhatan Field, his home field. So those 4 days, the camp is free for Norfolk residents. It's a chance for kids to meet other kids they never would have met at a free camp. Given by Sheriff McCabe, who didn't have this opportunity when he was a kid, and he's afforded it to so many kids. It's really a blast to see these kids come after it's over at the mall, at some store, and their mama walk up to you and say, "Oh, we want to thank you, Sheriff McCabe."
There we go.
What's really neat is we usually get an average of about 100 or more kids each day, so it's great, and it's free.
Wow. Wait a minute. It's what?
It's free.
Free.
Cool.
So
Yeah, but is it air conditioned?
it's
It's going to be hot on the
it's a gymnasium and it's a football field. So you tell me.
But it's free, and it really is helping to build character. And I think that you hit it on the head. When you're kind of be exposing a kid to something that's good, then they've got an experience for a lifetime.
Foundation.
Okay. Looking forward to having you on next year when you're no longer the new coach at
I'm
Maury
looking
High
forward to
School.
that as well.
And I learned a long time ago, never ask a coach to predict the next season.
I can tell you this, we're going to be much better.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so Sheriff McCabe's website is?
You can read. You can NorfolkSheriff'sOffice.com is one, or SheriffBobMcCabeFoundation.org. Either one of those would be great.
Okay, super. Thanks for everything that you guys are doing to really invest in the future generations of the city of Norfolk so that we can have Life Celebrated Daily for a long, long time to come. When we come back, it's more than just stay away from matches. Stay tuned.
We gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around circles, flat my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up.
To play 60!
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
Welcome back to Norfolk Perspectives. As I said in the first segment, it's more than just staying away from matches, but it's being smart, and that's probably the first step when it comes to fire safety. And I got Wayne Wallace, who's the fire inspector for Norfolk Fire and Rescue. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
And Mike Hicks, who's a fire captain, EMT, and part of the communications team for fire. So, which means you're on call so that at 3 o'clock in the morning you can look wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, or is that why you guys wear all that big equipment to show that you're really asleep?
We pretty much sleep with our helmet and coats on. We're ready to go whenever we get that call.
And that's something that, and I've had Chief Wise on, and I want to talk to you guys before we get talking about this, as first responders, that since September 11th, 2001, life's changed for you guys, hasn't it?
Significantly. Norfolk Fire Rescue, along with the Department of Homeland Security on different levels, across the board. We've trained differently. Of course, we've been funded differently because of federal funds as a result of 9/11. But the training has increased fourfold. in areas before that Norfolk Fire Rescue didn't venture into. Our hazmat, our technical rescue, our homeland security venues have become focused, and we've been forced to direct our training more towards those areas.
Now, in the next segment, I'm going to have Jim Riddick on to talk about preparation for hurricane season. And we're in that time of year where everybody's kind of counting the number of hurricanes.
yes.
There may or may not be.
Yes.
That duffel bag on the sidewalk used to be just a simple duffel bag. Now it could be something else. But how many times do you guys respond to it and say, we know it's not for real?
We can never take that chance. We don't know when it's going to be real and when it's not. We look at either as a suspicious package, anything that's left unattended, it could be a bomb or it may not be a bomb. We can't take that chance, and we don't want to expose the public to something like that, taking a chance. So if there's any credibility as far as that package, its location, maybe next to the courthouse, next to a hospital, or next to an entrance to a naval base, we're going to take it real serious. We're going to call out the bomb squad. We're going to tape off the area, keep people away from it. And they have all kind of equipment they can use now. They have X-ray machines, computers, robotics, and we have a couple of bomb dogs. The fire department has a couple of bomb dogs we use now. And we work closely with the police department on a new bomb squad that we have.
So a lot of it is in proper planning,
right,
preparation, and having the right equipment.
Right, and they're constantly training.
Now, I think I just heard a theme, though, for the homeowner.
Right.
It's basically the same thing as being on alert, but not being scared.
Right, and being prepared.
Okay, so you always have the latest, greatest gizmo thing.
Right.
I got to tell you, my kids didn't listen to me in alarm either.
Right, right. Well,
if you want to explain to the viewer what I mean by that, that's my favorite one.
Well, one of the things they found out was when they did a few tests a few years ago in Minnesota, they actually set out some smoke detectors late in the morning, early in the morning, and to see what children's reaction would be. And they found that some of the children actually woke up, just looked at the detector, and went back to sleep. And
just the alarm clock. Mom's going to be back in to wake me up anyway.
That's right. So they didn't take it serious. So a couple companies developed some new smoke detectors, and one right here is this detector here. The parent can actually record their voice on there. And they can say, if the alarm goes off at 2 o'clock in the morning, they can say, Susan, wake up, there could be a fire. We need to get out of the house. Or Johnny, wake up, there could be a fire. They found that when they put the parent's voice on these smoke detectors, they reacted better. They woke up better. They actually did what the parent told them to do on the smoke detector. So it's a really good product that's come out. When they first came out, they averaged about $70, and they've gone down a little bit since then. So it's not too bad, but it's really important that the children take this serious. So.
Now, I've got a built-in alarm system, security system, and it's got a smoke alarm to it.
Right.
Do I need to worry about changing batteries and things like that with that one?
In that particular one, no, it's probably just electric. But a lot of the homes today that don't have a full alarm system, they'll have either electric smoke detectors or ones with a battery in them. Now, the battery, and actually they have electric battery backup also. Any smoke detector that has a battery, you need to change it at least once a year.
Okay.
And that's a prime example.
This is impressive because it looks a whole lot different than that one does.
Right. That one's from an actual fire where the person is no longer here. That person is deceased. They died in the fire. And what's missing in that particular, this particular detector is a $2 battery. $2 battery costs this person their life. So that's something we want to emphasize to people. Change your battery once a year and test the smoke detectors at least once a month to make sure they're working.
Okay. Now, drop. Mike, this one's for you.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
Kids have heard about it for a long time in school.
Yeah, I'm too old for that now.
Well, you'll be surprised what you can do when you catch on fire, Bob.
Why is it that we teach the kids to stop, drop?
Well, probably the first thing that comes to mind when they see flames on their clothing or things in their hair is to run, and they think that they can run out of the flames. So if we instill early on in the early schools, grade schools, when we anticipate beginning this program, then we teach them to stop, immediately recognize that there's a dangerous concerning the fire, drop immediately, and tell them why they're doing this. To put the flames out, to snuff them out, and especially if there's other people around, they can come and give them a hand putting the fire out, and then begin to roll and continue to roll until they don't see any more flames or they don't see any smoke.
Now, I gave my age away a little bit when I talked about going to Hammond High School and T.C. Williams and all that. So You know, I heard that a long time ago, and yet I still remember it.
That's right.
We got about 2 minutes left, but I got a lot I want to talk to you about. First of all, I saw that the one in my house is dusty and all kinds of nastiness.
Anything over 5 years old, I recommend that you get a new one, okay?
Okay, so so my
even
wife's
if-
saying keep it because it might still be good.
Even if the gauge still shows in the green, which says it's good, it could still have lost its pressure and the gauge might be stuck. So I recommend anything over 5 years old that you get a new one. Now, don't take that one, your old one, just throw it in the trash.
Oh.
Take it to a fire extinguisher company and they'll dispose of it for you at no charge. You can't just throw that stuff in the trash anymore. You got
I didn't do that.
earth friendly.
Okay, but that's important to know.
Right.
Fireworks. It's
Fireworks.
summer months.
Yep, fireworks season's coming up. Fireworks in the city of Norfolk are illegal. Anything from sparklers, gerbs, or any kind of fireworks are illegal in the city of Norfolk. If you want to enjoy fireworks, we'll have the Harbor Fest this year. There'll be a professional show out in Ocean View this year. There'll be other cities. Go to the professional shows. They're a lot safer for everybody involved.
You got it. Guys, thank you for everything you're doing to make sure that you're alert so we can be alert by having the right planning and the right equipment.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. When we come back, we're going to be talking about it's that time of year, hurricane season. Stay tuned.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call them.
Sherry Pearson? You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montonopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich. This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Welcome back to Norfolk Perspectives. Well, we had an important segment the last time about being prepared, but not being scared. And kind of, even though you might not have had a fire in your home, there is the possibility that you could. Sound familiar, Jim?
It absolutely does.
Jim Riddick, who is the Director of Emergency Preparedness and Response. Okay, let's talk turkey. Come on. When was the last time we had a really serious hurricane?
That's the concern, Bob. We see the forecasted season every year. A lot of folks.
It's a great forecast this year. Fewer ones.
Exactly. Yep. Fewer ones.
So
we don't
we
have to
can
worry at all.
relax?
We're safe here, and that's really the most useless information. And this year, because they said it's a less of an impact on us, that it's really dangerous. We don't, in the Office of Emergency Preparedness and Response, we don't even look at the forecast because we know that it only takes one to be a bad season, and that's what we're always focusing on is that next incident.
Wow. Okay, well, let me take it one step further. I was at a task force meeting a couple of weeks ago, and a gentleman asked me, why don't we have any more of those civil defense shelters, and where are they if we do have them? Which was telling me loud and clear, he's counting on us.
You're absolutely right. There's a large expectation of a number of services in the government. Civil defense shelters may have gone by the wayside. We typically, when you look at the vulnerabilities and the threats to a locality, we do something called a HIRA, a Hazard Identification Risk Assessment. So we look at the threats that we have to face, look at our vulnerabilities, and we really push our resources, our limited financial resources and time, towards planning on those and then backing off as we go. So obviously, our number one threat and hazard is hurricanes, tropical storms, and flooding. We also, like your previous segment, talked about Homeland Security. We work very closely with Homeland Security, where we have national planning scenarios which deal with anthrax, nuclear incidents, improvised explosive devices, and the like. So we obviously have to have sheltering capabilities for those as well.
But again, Jim, and I kind of hinted at this with Wayne. It's a duffel bag. Come on.
Used to be a duffel bag.
Yeah, and there's a good chance it's just a duffel bag. Mm-hmm. So how do you stay sharp on it then?
Wayne said it in your previous segment, preparedness. You prepare, you train, and you exercise. Because it's that training and exercise that'll ultimately pay off. Because in the heat of the moment, during the incident, a lot of folks don't think as clearly as they think they will, but only by repetition. the folks responding and the folks within the community. As long as we train and exercise together, we'll be able to get through.
Okay. So really the municipalities are really ramping up and doing that.
Not just the municipality. We've done a lot in terms of building relationships. We have, again, we try to be consistent with the federal government and the state government in the use of emergency support functions, and we've been able to develop a lot of relationships within our community. So we're not always looking at the state and feds and the cavalry to come save us. We're looking at the partnerships that we can have internally so we can work together, have a true unity of effort. So we're talking the various sectors, levels of government, higher education, military, not-for-profit, all the private sector, all working together in response, in preparation for the responsive recovery.
Okay, so I might as well give my full disclosure. I talked about Hammond High School and drop, roll, and that as a kid. We also went to the hall and got on the floor and tucked our heads because of the nuclear attack.
Right.
My kids learned how to do that for a hurricane or a tornado.
Okay.
So since you got everything all together and everybody's working together, we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff anymore.
No, that's not true at all. And I mean, we always have room to improve in terms of our planning.
Yeah.
Our biggest gap is reaching the folks within the community to understand that there's a threat. We have to do, in that hazard identification risk assessment, I said our number one threat is hurricanes, tropical storms, and flooding. Strike that. Our number one threat is complacency, because we haven't had a true event here since, I mean, folks look at Isabel as the baseline for a hurricane, and a lot of folks don't even know that it wasn't even a hurricane. It was just a tropical storm. So it's complacency and having folks truly understand that we haven't seen a big one for a while. So that, along with a transient population, we have a lot of military service members and their families here who come from the West Coast, from the Midwest, and don't necessarily understand the level of flooding they may see here or exactly what's involved in a hurricane and what their expectations may be.
Now, your predecessor, by the way, went into his wife's closet, stole her suitcase last year, brought it on here. That her suitcase was her emergency preparedness kit.
Okay, okay.
So I know what's in it. There's the blanket, there's the food, there's the water, all that good stuff, right?
Right.
In fact, we can go online.
Yes. Yep.
And it'll tell you what to put in it.
Absolutely. But when you say food, make sure you have a manual can opener for those non-perishable food items, because those cans are sure hard to open with a knife. But you also want to consider other things like medical paperwork. If you or your family member has any special considerations, pets, make sure you have accommodations for your pets as well. And keeping track of your important papers, put them on a thumb drive or whatever, because if it's a catastrophic incident to the level in which we plan, some folks may not have a home to go back to, and all of their valuables are destroyed. So if you at least have some of those, the important paperwork on a thumb drive, you can move forward with the insurance part, and just begin rebuilding with that information.
Okay, but I don't have to worry about any of this till June 1st, right?
June 1st through the end of November.
Are you going to tell me again I'm wrong?
Well, you're not. Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. The beginning of June to the end of November is hurricane season, with the peak season being August, September. But that's just the season. There have been storms before, and there's been storms in December. So ideally, I mean, historically, that's what defines the season, but there's outliers outside of that
okay.
season.
Now, since I haven't prepared that kit, it didn't for me. I will confess.
Okay.
But for James's wife, who got her suitcase back.
I was going to say, get it back. Okay.
She got it back. Should she be replacing the stuff that was in that suitcase?
Oh, sure. Well, you want to keep the inventory fresh. So
okay.
So
hopefully she's already done it.
Exactly. But I do want to make the point, even though hurricane season is June through November, you want to have a disaster supply kit for any scenario. We focus on all hazards planning. So a hurricane season is part of the year, but you may lose power and there may be a necessity to leave or evacuate during a winter storm. Or if there is a hazardous material incident, you may have to be evacuated from your home or have to shelter inside, and knowing what that means. But having the things that you need year round is more important than just focusing on one particular season.
Actually, I just thought of something. Last night our power went out. My wife got a flashlight, and I think it came from that kit.
See?
But it's got to go back.
Exactly. And don't store their flashlight with the batteries in it. But more importantly, a lot of folks, and again, going back to your prior segment, a lot of folks use candles after a disaster, and that is not the thing to use. You want to use flashlights, because if there's a gas line leak or anything like that, you're exposing yourself to another hazard altogether.
See, there you go again. That flashlight had batteries in it.
Yeah. It'll corrode in the flashlight.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So now, Car situation, what should you be doing with your car?
Well, the National Weather Service, they put together a campaign called Turn Around, Don't Drown. And we've seen instances of cars getting flooded, even just during normal storms here, not even a hurricane or tropical storm. But the city will certainly open up parking garages, prior to
so again,
the
plan
landfall.
ahead.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, and knowing the key thing is to know whether you're going to evacuate or stay. And it's really the surge that is the deadliest piece of a hurricane. So it's also the deciding factor of whether you should stay or go. So just be cognizant of what surge zone you're in. Know if your home's going to get flooded, and make your decision point that way. And even if maybe your home's a little higher but the street's not, and that's where you park, then again, certainly the parking garages is a resource.
And there are resources now. If you don't know, we've got Norfolk Cares on the website, and we've got those kinds of things. So kind of be looking ahead, not in the panic of the moment, but to find out what's going on in your neighborhood. Ask your neighbor if you're brand new.
Yes.
Did it flood before?
Yep.
Jim, I'm going to have you back on as we get closer to and through, just to kind of do some updates, because I'm a victim of my own complacency. I will admit it. So thanks for everything that you're doing to raise that awareness and also getting our entire community prepared.
Thank you very much.
We want to hear from you, what you'd like to see on TV 48, but how are you getting prepared? Give us a holler at 664-6510. And as usual, it's a wonderful time to be in Norfolk just because of you and you.